There you go, sir. You name me your last name?
Les Presmyk, Arizona State Mine Inspector.
Perfect. So can you explain us like today, what happened today?
So 50 years ago, I graduated from the College of Mines at the University of Arizona. The complex that they have here at the San Xavier Mine is tremendously better than what we had 50 years ago. And so I was invited down to watch the the student emergency response day, where the students are rescuing people. They're emergency medical techs. They're mine rescue. All the things that in real life mining engineers and miners deal with, unfortunately, on a regular basis, but everybody has to be prepared in order to go into confined spaces, go into underground mines, wherever, just in case somebody is hurt or worse.
And then what is your thought about this initiative? Do you think it's a good initiative or
A good,
a good initiative, the things they're doing here?
oh,
Do you think it's a good idea?
yeah, this is something that up until 20 or 30 years ago, when they initiated these sorts of things at the San Xavier Mine in the University of Arizona, you had to get in real time and real life. And so all of these students will graduate with a leg up on any other college of mines where they don't have these programs, so that when somebody talks about, yeah, we need you to be on the mine rescue team, they will know exactly what to do because they'll already have that experience.
So today you just see everything. You see the mining engineer students, the rescue student, everything. So how do you think? Do you think they're doing a good job?
I think they're doing an excellent job because it's not just about putting the apparatus on half a dozen students and having them walk in and out of the mine under oxygen. There was a group of students that did the engineering plan. There were another group of students that had to interface with the corporate president, which can be a very daunting thing even for somebody with 10 or 20 years of experience. And so it was the complete, all the aspects of what would happen and what the mine manager and his direct reports would have to go through in the case of a mine collapse, a serious accident, or even a fatality.
So how long have you working in the mining industry?
So I have about 45 years in Arizona mining, including my time as a college student with Miami Copper. I retired 8.5 years ago. A few months ago, I got a call from a friend of mine asking if I would be like to be considered for the state mine inspector's position. I said yes, and after several interviews, I was one of 7 applicants and the one that was selected by Governor Hobbs.
So why mining and no another field? Why mining?
So I grew up in the construction business, so I know how to work with my hands. But the backstory is I am a mineral collector. So at 16, I wanted to become a mineralogist, but there weren't many jobs for mineralogists back then. Not like today, where they're used in all facets of our society, especially with rare earths and rare metals and computers and that sort of thing. So I figured out, well, mineral specimens come from mines. Mining engineers operate mines. I'm going to become a mining engineer, and I never regretted it a day in my life.
Great, thank you so much. And do you have any message to tell young people who want to work like you and become a mining engineer and then maybe later become an inspector?
Well, the inspector is something that you should do after a long and prosperous mining career, but I consider mining engineering and mining to be it's one of the most essential industries that we have. The bumper sticker, the motto that says if it can't be grown, it has to be mined. And with all the technological advances, somebody going into the field today, the opportunities are almost limitless, and you don't necessarily have to live in the middle of nowhere to be a good mining engineer. You can, with all the remote technology and whatnot, you can actually live in a civilized community and with all those amenities. Because I think that's been a deterrent for a lot of people over the years, that they don't want to live in a community that's 200 miles from a metropolitan area. That's good for some people. It wasn't good for me, but or my wife. But so there's a lot of opportunities. The technology will allow you to do your job almost anywhere in the world and not have to live in the middle of nowhere.
Thank you so much.